Hello friend, it is my second favorite time of the year. It is fall, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can decorate a gorgeous fall mantle, so stay tuned. So if you're like me, I have to have a TV above my mantle. Unfortunately, that's the only spot in the room where it goes, but I'm going to show how to decorate around it. And another thing I really want to highlight today is how you can take an inexpensive fall garland and customize it yourself to make it look like a very expensive garland. So let's get started. So whichever garland you choose, make sure you spread it out. A lot of times I see people decorating and they haven't taken the time to spread it out as wide as it will go. So when I'm putting garland on a mantle, whether it's Christmas or fall, I do the end of the garland that has the loop in the middle of the mantle and the pretty ends on the outside. Now another thing I do to secure it from falling off is I'll get some floral wire. I love the 24 gauge, it's pretty light and easy to use, and I'll wire it around the garland and then around the nail. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some Christmas lights because I think that makes it so homey. So a trick I do in adding lights to a garland, I'll add a little bit to one side and then I'll stop, I'll walk over to the other side and go ahead and add the lights here, and that way I know how much I have to weave into the garland. Now for the fun part, we're going to customize the garland. So I have chosen some very deep, this is actually called a burgundy boxwood, and I thought it would really contrast into the garland, but you can choose anything. But what we want to do is we want to take it and snip small pieces and either tuck it in, or if it's on the part of the garland that's on the side where it might fall out, we just use that same wire and just wire it to the garland. So the trick to making it look very custom is to not let you have you don't want to have big clumps in there. So I'm just going to use this sparingly, like every 3 inches on the garland. We're not going to worry about the middle of the mantle because we're going to put a bow there, but I've got all of the burgundy added, and it's just about adding some depth and texture and a little more color to your garland. Now another thing I do is I'm really careful to hide as much as I can of the wire of the Christmas lights, and when I get to the end of the garland, you know where that little extended plug is, I tuck it behind the garland and then I'll wire that extra burgundy to it so I can hide that as much as possible. So the next thing I'm going to add is some cotton. We live out in the country and they plant it in the fields, and when I drive home and see that field, I just love it. So I'm going to add it to this garland. Let me tell you one other thing that helps give depth to things. Always have something that's really light in color, medium color, and dark. So the wheat is the medium, the burgundy is the dark, and the cotton is the light. Now I know you guys are going to ask me where I got my garland and the boxwood. We sell that in the store only. I know, I'm sorry. But the next 2 things I'm going to show you, which is the ribbon I'm going to add and the cotton, I did find that on Amazon, and I will put that link in the description of the video. So here's a little designer trick. After you snip the wired cotton, just give it a little bit of a twist like that, and that way when you stick it in the garland, it'll stay. Now I'm ready to make a bow, and I'm just going to put it in the center of the garland. For the ribbon, I found this gorgeous ribbon. It's gray and white stripe. I did get it on Amazon. It came in one day. It's wired, and I'm really picky when I'm working with ribbon. I like it to be wired because it holds its body year after year, and if you've got something that you're going to put outside, a wired ribbon will also hold in the elements. Now if you want to learn how to make a bow, just click here, and that's my video on how to make a bow. I'm all done with the mantle, but before I show you everything, I'm going to do just a little bit decorating on the hearth. So I only added just a little bit of fall decor onto the hearth because I really didn't want it to take away from the garland. And in my lantern, I put a flameless candle. Now, I don't know if you guys use these. They make all kinds, but I really, really like the candle where the wick itself moves, and that way people don't know if it's a real candle or not. The other thing I look for is ones that have a timer. So when it starts to get dark in your house, say about 6:30, you flick it to timer. That candle will stay on for 4 hours and then shut off. And then the beauty is it comes on the next time at the same time for 4 hours and shuts off until the batteries run out. That way you walk into a room with a lit candle. I'll put a link to those in the video description. Hey everybody, if you're not already following me on Instagram, be sure to do that. I'm at Jennifer Decorates. We put a lot of fun stuff on there, don't we? You guys be sure to subscribe to my channel. We're gonna have more videos out later, and I hope you have a wonderful day.